Some ask me, but you're not deliberately contacting a vast audience, Marshall. In what sense are you fulfilling being sent? Well, we're sent to those that have ears to hear. And offhand, we don't know who they are, and it's not everybody, by any means. So it's recognizing our dependency on God, that He has people here as and when He chooses. And of course, in the right way at the right time. So it's not for me to advertise. It's simply contributing, ideally, to what God is doing. And He uses it as and when He does. And that's perfect. More or less than that would be not perfect. And who wants that when you can have the perfect? So we do what we do, and see it in the context of He will use it as and when, in the loveliest of ways. Why does He do it through us? Well, He only does it through us where it's a blessing to us. Because He loves each of us in their own right. Do you see, He's not using us as a resource. He loves us and delights in us doing what is a blessing to us and to all, because He loves all. Quite simply, He's a wonderful God, and in our present state we can't grasp by any means just how wonderful that is. We just trust that He is. Why do we trust that He is? Because we've looked upon all the blessings and benefits that He's given us. And the rest just follows naturally in this wonderful world that He's created. What a fantastic creation, that we can have a childhood as we do here, a life in this world that is a childhood of life eternal. What a fantastic creation. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Yes, you see, salvation is not because of imposition. It's because of valuation from an inner desire in the person that seeks salvation, if you like, has experienced in this world good and bad to the extent that they're now determinedly orientated to value that which is good as they've experienced it to date, of course, in their childishness, but and they're pursuing. In other words, their entering heaven is a consequence of the drive within them that's come of their valuation of what heaven might be like. They're worshipping their God, you see. flat out. And it gives them a motivation to move and search in certain directions. It's not the same as advertising, where I will manipulate you to act against your best interest and your values to buy my product. I did work in advertising as a young man for a little while, and I found it, well, immoral. I was creating wants, but the wants were in whose self-interest? Is it because I love the world? You know, the farmers. I'm advertising, I think it was called Silcox Farm Foods at the time. And I was advertising it in local papers for them, of course, because they want to sell their products. That's not the same as doing it because I love farmers and want to help them in their business. Do you see? It's the wrong motivation from my point of view. And of course I was not loving, well, yeah, I mean, I was not loving farmers. I don't mean I was hating them, but I was seeing farmers as exploiting life, not loving and caring for it. And of course I was seeing business as exploiting life, not caring for it. I don't mean some businesses don't care. They may tend not to be businesses. They may tend to be perhaps the best of voluntary organisations, you know, charities and so on. So do you see then that I'm thinking of my ideal God, and probably yours too, is one that loves us. It's not the same as a person seeking out an advertising agency to sell their product. Regardless of what their values are, the advertising agency says, opportunity for profit here. Yes, we can, you know, provide you with the right product to sell your product. We make your adverts for you and they're effective in increasing your sales. Job done, all good. No, not all good really. Not ideal. It's not the ideal world. And of course as a young man, we courageously, hopefully, seek the ideal. So I thought, I want to do a job locally that's worthwhile. I went for teaching. Later I gave up masters, or you could say it gave me up, because I was getting into debt and I didn't want to get into debt. I didn't have a grant first attempt at masters, so I stopped in the sort of January, February. And what should I do? Perhaps a job that really blesses people, helps people. I wouldn't have said the word blessing, or at least I'd have said it without a religious connotation. Still spiritual, though. Oh, very much so. Do you see, religion and spirit are not synonymous words. Spiritual is noble. Religion is, well, can be quite very worldly, can't it? Let me pause. Yes, quite simply then, God comes at the situation from a situation of loving us. His actions, therefore, are accordingly. He encourages us to do what he knows in love. is our blessing. No uncertainty. And I would say a self-interest in that we're his children. He chooses to see us as such. And of course we are. We couldn't exist but for him thinking of us in the loving way that he does. So he comes at the situation with perfect understanding and creates for us a life here that will lead us towards values that are appropriate to an eternity in communion in his heavenly family. Because he loves us. So he creates, through this experience in this lifetime here that you're in, situations of good and bad that you may learn and adjust your values to those that are in harmony with heaven forever, because he loves us. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.